Welcome to the Militia gaming community. I'm Trigger Militia, and this is the second video in a series I like to call You Are Using the Wrong Engine. In this video, I'm taking you on a deep dive into the engine offerings of the 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution IX. Let's go! Alright, before we get into the video, a lot of YouTubers spend time asking for subs and likes, but I'd like to do it a little bit differently and use this time to thank you for simply clicking on my video. I'm sure there are plenty of other Need for Speed videos you could have watched, so thanks for watching this one. Also, quick shout out to all the subscribers, thanks for watching another one of my videos, it means the world to me, seriously. Okay, there's a very annoying problem in Need for Speed Heat, and no, I'm not talking about bugs, and I'm not talking about the lack of endgame or the lack of cars. It's the fact that it's almost impossible to know for sure that you've built the fastest version of your car before spending countless hours getting enough money to buy every single engine and then testing each one. The game doesn't show you if the engine swap will actually yield better results. Actually, it doesn't even tell you if swapping the engine will make more torque or give you a better 0 to 60. Each engine option is kitted out with its own series of parts, so one engine option may show you that it produces more horsepower than another, but of course it will because it comes with a better ECU, cooling system, and exhaust. Each engine option has a different level of components, so comparing them as if they were fully built is not even possible. Not only that, but the engines are hundreds of thousands of dollars. So how do you know which engine to start building your car with without wasting a bunch of money? Well, luckily for you, I've done it all for you. I literally bought every single engine for this Evo 9 and proceeded to build each one with the highest tier parts possible, and then I repeatedly tested each engine on 2 different races and recorded all of the results. Here's my setup. I tested each engine with all Ultimate Plus parts, the dual turbo, and the 5x3 pound NOS option. I'm really proud of everyone who watched my last engine video because I have yet to see a comment saying that my methodology is wrong, but before I get too far into this, I know that there's really no perfect way to test these engines. Some races are better for superchargers or single turbo setups, but honestly my tests are about as close as you can get. Now I know someone will probably comment about me using NOS during these tests, so to balance this, I use the NOS on the exact same parts of each race every single time. I also ran each race 2 or more times to make sure that my driving skills weren't affecting the outcome too much. I only recorded the time if I had a super clean race. Let's get into the results. As of right now, the Evo 9 has 8 different motor options, 2 4-cylinder engines, 2 V6s, 3 V8s, and a flat 6. If you picked your engine based on potential horsepower, you might be disappointed because the 2 motors that offer the greatest horsepower potential did not have the fastest time on either of the courses. Like the last video in this series, I tested these engines on Arion and Aardvark. Each of these 2 courses offers something a little bit different, but they're both pretty indicative of the types of races you will be racing throughout this game. Let's take a look at the results for Arion first. Arion has a couple of very long flat to downhill straights and a lot of tight uphill turns. You spend a lot of time shifting between gears 3, 4, and 5. Being quick out of the corners is really important during this course. The 562 horsepower 3.8 liter V8 ran the fastest time at 2 minutes and 59.2 seconds. This was the only motor to run this race under 3 minutes. And if you don't think that's impressive, try posting a time faster than 3 minutes with any other car. It might be possible, but it's really difficult. I'm genuinely curious about your times on this race, so leave your times for Arion in the comment section and let me know what car you have. Anyways, the 3.8 liter V8 was faster by nearly a second, which in race time is a lot. The next 2 motors ran almost identical times, separated only by 0.2 of a second. If you noticed, the 3.8 liter V8 has the fastest 0 to 60 time and not the most torque or the most horsepower, which says to me that the 0 to 60 is a better indicator of speed for this particular race and this particular car. As I've said earlier, it's important to get out of the corners quickly at Arion, and the data definitely backs that up. Moving on to Aardvark. Aardvark has a couple of fairly long high-speed sections that have slight bends in them, with a few sharp turns and a few sweeping turns. You spend a lot of time in the top 2 gears, especially if you know how to drive the higher speed areas. Acceleration in the higher gears is by far the most important factor for this course. Once again, the 3.8-liter V8 got to celebrate with an ice-cold Barks. It put down a tremendous time of 4 minutes and 40.4 seconds. This was nearly 2 full seconds in front of the next engine. Again, I'm curious, what's your best times on Aardvark? Make sure you put those in the comments. Alright, so the point of all this testing was to figure out which engine was the most well-rounded for the 2006 Lancer Evolution IX, and we have a clear favorite. The 562 horsepower 3.8-liter V8 is by far the best motor for the car. It will set you back $254,000, but now that I've done all the testing for you, it's the only engine you're going to need to buy for this car, so you won't have to spend a dime trying to figure anything out. My goal is to do more engine testing and share all of my results with the community, so if you have a particular car that you'd like me to test, please let me know in the comments. And I hope that this helped some of you guys out in some way. Thanks for watching. Trigger out.